Hello, long time no see. I'm gonna talk about how I got scammed into working in Japan, alright? This started 2 years ago when I wanted to be a hustler. I wanted to be the career woman on LinkedIn, aka a LinkedIn pick-me girl. And the way to do that, right, was to apply to whatever places that were offering internships or whatever, even though it would be bad pay or they don't pay you at all, right? Anyway, so 2 years ago, right, I was a workaholic. I was looking for opportunities. I always wanted to go to Japan. I stumbled across this website. They'll supply you with everything for you to go and work abroad for a summer. Because when I grew up, I went to a very rich secondary school and I saw all my friends, every holiday, they'd go to like these very cool places and I'd just be like, yeah man, I love the British ring. So this time, when the government gave me maintenance loan, I was spending it on holiday. I was gonna go. Basically, if people don't know, in the UK, when you go to university, the government can give you like a maintenance fund. Depending on like your income from your family, you get like a different amount of maintenance loans, right? This agency, right, they promised, they were gonna check my CV, they were going to get me a job in Japan, they were gonna pay for my accommodation, and I was like, oh my god, yes. Like a monkey, I just clicked on it and I applied, and I didn't think much of it. I thought it was too good to be true. And also on the website, they said it was very selective, right? And I was like, yeah, there ain't no way they're gonna choose me, but I'm gonna try anyway. So I sent in my application. There was like a list of questions of like, why do you want to work in Japan? My first thought was like, yeah, fucking anime, yo. But obviously I was like, yeah, I really like to explore new cultures. Yeah, all that bullshit. A few months later, I received a congratulatory email. And it was the agency. And they said they'd support me into moving forwards into this application process. What they'd be offering are like career courses, like a check on your CV. The catch was the total cost would be £6,000. But for now, if you want to move on just to the next stage, you have to pay £2,000. I was still in this mindset where I did not have any internship experience under my belt. I was still like trying to look for jobs. I still have 2K from the maintenance loan, so I could afford this maintenance loan. By the way, you have to pay back and it's like through interest, right? But I thought, I'm gonna use this because it will set me up for the future. Yeah, that mindset, I was like, okay, cool, they're gonna check my CV, they're gonna give me these career courses, cool. I paid the 2K. The career courses and the CV check, I knew all the stuff they were telling me. The career courses were basically finding the best career for you and blah blah blah. I can see all this stuff on YouTube already. I watched the first one and I was like, this is such a waste. Hopefully they give me a better one next time. No. And by the way, I did not read the small print. There was a refund policy. Only if you were unable to get a job, the agency was able to get me an interview with a company. And in order for me to take this interview, I had to pay another £2,000. Because I thought that if I no longer wanted the opportunity, they'd give me back my 6K easy, right? During this time when I took the interview, it was a technical interview, so they asked me about like computer science, projects I did. If you're applying for a computer science role and they just ask you behavioral questions, I'm always a bit sus. Where's the number of islands leak code question you're going to tell me? So then during that interview, they were kind of quick. They said, yeah, sure. What about the money, bro? What about the money? Yeah, with the cash. And they were like, oh, money, haha. They said they'll get back to me. The agency though, they kept nagging me. So the company and the agency are different things, right? I did the interview, the company got in, they told the agency I got an offer. Now the agency is like on my ass. The agency is like, bitch, if you want this offer, you gotta pay up the next 2K to make 6K, right? I was like, why the hell are you rushing me, fam? Like, let me make my decision. First of all, I was waiting for the company to tell me like if I was going to get money or not. But then the agency kept nagging me about it, and the agency was like, well, if you don't answer in like the next few days, we're just gonna give the offer to someone else. So I was like, oh my god. So the company got back to me after I emailed them. The company was like, yeah, we can only offer you like transport or compensation. Okay, if you can pay for my plane tickets, then yeah, maybe I might think about it. The thing is, they were really slow at responding. And the agency kept nagging me. The company kept giving me hope, right? They were like, yeah, we're talking about it. Like, if they can't do it, can they just tell me, like, no, but we cannot do this? And I'll be like, bye. Also, at the same time, I didn't want this opportunity anymore because I got the Microsoft internship. But because I didn't read the small print and I got an offer from the company, that means they will not be able to refund the 4K that I already spent. 4K out of 6K, that's the majority, right? I was in that mindset. I was like, bam, I already invested too much in this. Another 2K, right? I might as well just take the offer. I spent the 2K. I was still fingers crossing that the company would pay for my plane tickets. Spoiler alert, they could not pay for my plane tickets. You know, you had to fill in this like visa thing to like earn money from an international country. And I thought like, if I work, I'll get paid. But no, there's something called laws in this country. I could have spent way more of my time like actually exploring Japan, because Japan was like amazing, man. I just went from my house to the office and that was my tourist spot. I hope you enjoyed that. The lesson is read the small print.